Okay, folks, today's tutorial is going to be about using the new ARGB transparent background with OBS so that you can make yourself pop up in front of games and stuff like that. So I've got a game running here. The game engine running here. This is just the Uni engine 2. What I'm going to do is move it out of the way for now. I've already set up the live window here. So we will go to that live window. And it looks sort of like this. This is not too bad. I'm fairly bright. Note that this is what I'm working with. So I've got tons of clutter here. So if you see some edge flickering, that's just because look at how bad this is. The background is almost the same color as my hair and parts of the shirt, and it's just terrible. But once again, no lights in the face, or if I unbypass, this is what it looks like. I think this looks pretty darn good. So we'll boost the gamma a little bit more. Why not? And you can see a little bit of haziness around the edge. And now I'm going to hit the ARGB transparent background, and instantly it gets a little dimmer. Well, that's because, and these gray out. Well, that's because I've taken these out of the pipeline in order to make it super fast and reduce as much as possible GPU percentage and VRam use. So let's see what the percentage in VRam use actually is. I think I can pop that up here. And right, so with the AG transparent background on, we're really good. We're using only this much CUDA and this much shared memory. And if I turn on the game and move it around a little bit, you can see the game's using about that much on a 2080, RTX 2080. So that's not bad at all. And I'm getting, what, 100 about 100 FPS on this unlimited FPS. So let's go now to take a look and see how we place this in OBS over top of the game. I'll just turn this off for now. Turn this down. We can close the live window and pop open OBS. Okay, so what I've done is we're using the Spout 2 as a source. And in order to do that, you probably already know this, but I'll just mention it. You have to install Spout 2 in OBS. And so what you do is you get the zip file, and then you go over to this folder, Windows C Program Data, OBS Studio, and there may or may not be a plugins directory. If there isn't, just create one. That's fine. Drag and drop your WinSpout from the zip file right into this folder. And just like that, I'll back out. Close this, and once you have that, just restart OBS, and you'll find that when you go to your sources, you will then see a Spout 2 capture source. Okay, great. And that's what this is right here, Spout 2 capture source. I'm going to go ahead and switch on the transparent background, and bam, it looks like that. Now you see how it got dimmer because I'm not doing the optimization in the GPU to save processing power. But in OBS, of course, you can use your filters here, your color correction. I really don't like the way this works. The contrast almost works like a brightness control. And gamma, that looks pretty all right, though. So now I've got that tuned up for OBS, and I'll close it. And now that looks pretty good. I kind of like it. You can fine tune with our Camfilter sliders. And I want to take a little closer look at that border. So what I'm going to do is unfreeze the lock preview and raise that up a bit so we can look at the border. That looks really good. So I'm really, considering the super clutter background, if I turn this off, that looks cluttery. So I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe I don't want to turn the contrast up too much. Let's turn the gamma down a little bit. And that's not too bad. I'm fairly happy with that. If we go over to backgrounds and overlays, you can see the border. I've got it on 0.7. If you have a little bit less clutter in your background, you can dial this down and save GPU quite a bit. I have an AMT alias of 1 on here and an edge choke of 7. If I take the edge choke off, you can see the border halos start to appear. The horizontal shift is something I added because this just seems to always happen, especially when it's competing with the background blur. The cutout shifts, so you can just manually move it and shift it back to where it works. On some systems, you only need one shift. Or cameras too. This one I need 4. Okay, great. So that looks quite good. I've still got a little halo there. Let's I've got the edge dilated. Let's dial it down a bit and take a look. So I can dial it down. There we go. So now we've pretty much eliminated all the edge effects, and this is the kind of control that Nvidia Broadcast doesn't give you at all. Let's shrink myself back down here, and that's good enough. And we'll lock the preview so make those disappear. And then we can just turn on an image. So this is what just an image background looks like. That's not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. And if we go to the game engine to turn it on, oh, there we go. And so now that looks, I don't know, I think that looks fantastic. So, all right, I can run around here. We can take a look inside or zoom in and stuff like that. And this is a pretty heavyweight. There's about 4 to 5 million triangles here. So, and sometimes more, and it's very responsive. Oh, all right, let's pick up something and throw it all over the place. Oh man, that's so awesome. All right, now that's a great example. I have another game we can throw up in a minute. How about this one? Well, right here we've got a space shooter type game. It's a newer game, so it has higher demands, but we're still doing really good frame rate wise, and everything is going pretty good. And I'm not even in administrator mode. I should be an administrator or run OBS as administrator, but I kind of forgot. And I can shoot around. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just demonstrating. So, hey, whatever, demonstrating this, check it out. So it's not bad. There's some kind of a thing down here. What is that, a turret or something? Who knows? It's just, I'm going the wrong way probably. Who knows? Okay. But yeah, just another demonstration. So it looks like we've got a pretty decent performance. Our FPS is in the 100, and I've popped up the WinG performance meter so we get some idea of what's going on. The GPU is basically maxed out, but that's expected. This is unlimited frame rate, so it's going to go as fast as it can. It's still really nice and responsive. Oh, I'm just pretty much thrilled. This looks great. We'll go back to this game or the game engine anyway. And, if you want to fine tune your edges or something like that, hit the escape button here, come over here. And of course, you can do all kinds of other things that we haven't even talked about. You can tune, let's see if I want to turn up the saturation a bit, if I want to turn it down a bit, you can see how it easily, so you got all this stuff right at your fingertips instead of having to wade through all the submenus of OBS. We can balance it out. Oh, it's on auto. So anyway, sharpen maybe. Oh boy, now it's too much. And yeah, I really like that. So that's about it for this quick tutorial showing how you can use our tool to cut yourself out beautifully and work at OBS. All right. See you in the next tutorial.